Today I'm working on an ink piece for the prompt from Paletteful Pack's art subscription box. This week's prompt was kind, and as I was brainstorming what I wanted to draw for this prompt, I kept thinking of kind being an action, and I had made a few sketches, but nothing that I really fell in love with. And I was talking to my husband about it, and he says, "Why don't you draw multiple kinds of something?" Thought that was a great idea, so I decided to do different kinds of dogs. So I brainstormed a list of a bunch of different dog breeds and then sketched out their portraits in a collage so that they kind of all puzzle pieced together. Now, this art subscription box was all inking supplies, so here I am using a dip pen and some acrylic ink. Dip pens have like a split nib on them, so the harder you press, the thicker the line will be, and the lighter you press, the thinner the line will be. And the line weight varies a lot on the stiffness of the nib. So here I picked kind of a middle of the road one, so I can get nice thick lines, nice thin lines, but nothing is getting too out of control. And I decided that just because of the amount of detail that was in this piece. I wanted to make sure I had good control of my line weight variations. And the nice thing about acrylic ink is that once it is dry, it cannot be reactivated. But the difficult part about working with ink is that you cannot undo a mistake. Once the line is down, you cannot move it. So I'm just starting off here, going through and doing all of the line work first and filling in any of the areas that I want to be solid black. I'm really excited to start filming my art processes. I love watching the art come together from beginning to end. I think it's really satisfying. And I also think that it gives a little bit more of a story to the art that I make, and I'm able to give a little bit more information about the process. Creating is something that I'm super passionate about, and I get excited when it inspires somebody else. Now that I'm sure that the line work is completely dry, I am taking an ink wash, which is a few drops of ink with a bunch of water, and it basically creates a watercolor type effect. So I'm going through and doing the darkest areas of the dogs first, and then I further dilute it by adding more water and do some lighter areas. This is why it's super important to know whether or not the line work that you did is ink that can be reactivated. Because this is acrylic ink that I'm working with, the line work doesn't move once it's dry. Some types of ink, even though they are dry, can be reactivated if you put water on top. But because this is acrylic ink, I was able to do the line work first and then go through with the ink wash. I hope you enjoyed watching this drawing come together, and I hope that it inspires you to go make some art of your own. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you next time.